Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Bald and the Beautiful.
Bald and the Beautiful.
I am Melissa, MrsKevOnStage.
I am Jonathan Franklin.
Who?
Kevin.
I'm Angel.
John Jacob Jingle
Schmidt. And listen, we're reviewing Married at First Sight season 12, and we just gonna
let's go get right to the meat of the matter.
This is episode 3-4. I don't know,
somewhere around there.
We're gonna skip the appetizer.
It's basically the episode where Chris showed his rump. That's the episode we finna talk about.
Showed his whole Chinese anal swab. Do you have COVID? Let me see your butt.
Yeah, he was already showing the crack of his ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
crack
then
was
he
out.
said-
My crack was out.
God. He said, "See these booty hairs."
Okay.
He
Who
said, "Let me
wants
show
to
you the
start?
whole."
So we gonna start with them?
Yeah, we
Yo,
just go-
Marcus,
All right.
you know the people came for this.
All right, so you want me to start?
You go start taking.
All right,
It's your
Chris.
birthday. Birthday
It was
week.
his birthday.
It was my birthday. Sleazy.
Yes.
And he gets it honest because his dad's even more nasty and sleazy. Who talks about your future, or your not even your future, your
Daughter-in-law.
the way he was, and your boys, and you go up high-fiving them like, yeah, she got body, she got, like, that's disgusting.
It
These men are
is.
just disgusting.
I tell you what, it was gross. The other thing that I found gross in that kind of same moment was when he said, you know, when your husband comes home.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. When
Yeah.
it ain't no argument, ain't no, you just get right to it. That's gonna be a stress relief. That's just what needs to happen. It's disgusting, man.
I
ugh.
just could not imagine. Marcus's father, may he rest in peace, was the type of person that would say what was ever on his mind. Never would he ever say anything that disgusting and despicable. So the apple typically doesn't fall far from the tree. So to even think that it's appropriate to tell a young lady that you just met, regardless of whether or not
Regardless.
that she's married to your son, of what her duties are as a wife sexually.
First things first, take care of my son's balls. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi,
Yeah.
my middle name is Denise.
You
might wanna know that.
Ever. Like, it's none of his business.
First of all, and that's first, and that is fact.
It is so, listen, I told myself in 2021 I wasn't going to talk about the church as bad as I do. But let me tell you something.
You told yourself that?
I did, because sometimes I'd be like, black church be on my nerves.
Right there,
But this man and his mentality and what he said is so indicative of the problem that I have with black church men that throw out this idea that a woman's body belongs to her husband, and therefore it's almost like she is a I hate using the word slave, but like she has the obligation to fulfill her husband's sexual needs no matter what.
Just a
so
cum
she
dumpster.
ends up leaving, being empty in a marriage trying to fulfill him.
Yeah.
This is a problem, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
facts.
I just could not believe that she was having to face that by herself. It wasn't as if somebody was at the table with her. She was there at the table with his nasty ASS daddy and his mama.
Had I been a cousin at their wedding and caught wind of
It would have been a fight.
Tank with an
Table
umbrella.
flipping.
Her friend was trying to defend her when she was talking to Chris.
Yes.
She said, "Oh, so you're not used to dating in your own."
Yeah.
She did say that.
The real one.
She did say that.
The real one. Your lane is what you're not used to dating in,
And
basically.
then even his like, and maybe this is too deep, but I feel like even when he was saying stuff to Paige and he was like, so you a tomboy? Even it just rubbed me the wrong
That entire
way.
conversation that he
It
was
was
having
his
with
first
her. I'm just
conversation
like,
with Paige?
Like sex,
So you
contraceptives,
got a high sex drive?
I'm like,
Ninja, I just met you. I just left your nasty perverted daddy having this
Yeah.
conversation. Now I got to come over here and have it with you?
And not to mention, their actual first conversation had more to do with his ex
Oh,
Yeah.
than with them.
Hey, Joe,
and I'm glad she brought it up. Like, so are you not over it yet?
Man, I said, bruh, this about 3 times in this conversation. I had a tattoo of my ex. I had to get that covered up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Literally.
literally, it's hours old.
Yeah, because she said that looked fresh.
Just broke up with my ex on Tuesday. I got to book this job. I'm like,
Ex-fiance.
man, what is you?
My ex had the same type of dog. They very possessive.
Oh, you got legs? You know, my ex had a little. She walked right out of my life.
You know, you polar opposite from my ex.
I said-
you complete opposite from my
He
ex.
might have had the
worst.
worst opening conversation of the entire time I've seen this show.
Yeah.
It was the most
It was so uncomfortable.
forward. And then to go to his talking heads, you know, the face ain't much, but the body.
Or
Oh,
even
the
when he
body.
said, she may not be what I want, but she may be what I need.
That's
You
what-
ain't
right,
about to be
yeah.
what you. I ain't gonna be what you have. That's what I like. I
Man.
knew it. I knew it. They kept setting it up. What I said. What
Yep,
I
you
said.
did.
And he lied,
You
said
did.
he was pretty at first. And then she was traditionally beautiful.
Right. Yeah.
I'm used to getting a trophy wife.
Oh!
She's not a trophy wife. I'm kind of mad at her homegirls. Like, they should have blew that whole thing up.
Oh,
at the-
they was
at the
trying to be
wedding.
They were trying to be polite.
No,
No.
hell with polite. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
listen.
Forget polite.
Yes, exactly. Y'all want good TV? Y'all about to get it.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to cuss you out right here in front of this bar in your little
Yeah.
paisley suit.
Yes.
I was like, wait a minute.
sorry.
It's okay, baby.
Because the friend was like, no, she is a trophy wife.
Yep.
He's like, I mean, you know, she's not you. I'm like, no, sir. I wish Paige, if she wasn't so like, wanting to be this loyal wife, I wish at that first conversation, she should have been like, oh, check please.
Yeah, ding ding. This
You know
my
what?
son.
We don't need
Take
hey,
this off.
Listen, we don't
Yeah.
need no decision day.
Yeah.
Nah,
Decision been made.
none whatsoever.
I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all can take this dress back. I got my sweats.
Like, I
Right.
know I haven't seen every season of Married at First Sight.
We haven't.
we haven't either. We've seen
However-
like 3 or 4.
From watching this episode and any interaction that any of my homegirls have had with men, I have never heard anything so disgusting and
It was
despicable. Like, in my life.
Yeah.
Like, for real. I've heard some pretty crazy outlandish stuff from girls like, yeah, you know what, one dude that went out with, you ain't gonna believe, but this right here,
And the other thing that made it so just disgusting for me was the subtext of the colorism.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's what I try to tell you.
The motivation and everything, talking about he dates prissy women and pretty women
Yeah.
and a trophy wife. And it was almost as if you're dark skinned. There's no way you could be these things. Clearly, you must be a tomboy. Just that was
What
just,
about her in a wedding dress?
In a full lace front.
I mean,
with
what about?
lashes. How in the world could you get tomboy?
There's
like
nothing
that?
about her.
So
She
what-
literally is in a wedding, and she doesn't even when she was previous episode. When she wasn't in a wedding dress. She didn't.
She was
I didn't-
still-
She was still
in a
like
dress,
lady.
yes.
I would have been like, what do you think of your mama?
Yeah, right. This is
Yeah.
the other thing too. That all while that's happening, I don't like him. I don't like him.
Listen, I
the
feel you.
idea of him still sexualizing her.
Oh, even with all the other stuff he said.
Exactly. Well,
I mean, she got butt.
body.
He was like, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going to have sex with my wife tonight. Sir, you act as if this is on you.
Yeah.
As if the ball is
Yeah.
in your court. You ain't even on the court. Let's just start
Let's
there.
start there.
That boy is
You're
trash.
not in the arena.
Trash juice.
I just
He's that green juice
He ain't
tripping.
there.
Yeah.
And I just felt so bad because she's still having some sort of optimistic
Yeah.
spirit about it. And I'm just like, girl,
Apparently,
no.
from the next step or this season, they're like, yeah, she said, yeah, we've had sex like
I
every
saw
day.
that.
Yeah, because remember, like
Yes.
even last, like the last episode we were talking, and we were all saying like, hopefully she don't just fall in place with him just because she wants to be married. This dude is trash juice. He's,
I said
he's
that's what
below
she was gonna do.
garbage.
Yep, you
like
did.
juice is the stuff that is under the trash can that ain't even
Yes.
qualified to be trash.
Yes.
He's the juice.
The juice. That's why I
You gotta
am
pressure wash
very-
off the concrete.
I am I'm very disappointed in the show,
The show is-
because
yeah.
they did pick a woman who they knew would go in 100%.
Yes, she did.
And they
Even-
they knew he was trash before
Right.
they put him on there.
She was like, if it's marriage, I will step into the eye of the storm. If
Yep.
this is what you're telling me, I see that it's a disaster coming at me, but maybe, just maybe, the Lord, my God, will make this turn around in my favor. And it's just like y'all saw all the red flags
Every single
in
one.
the interview sessions when he said he had just been engaged and that he got engaged quickly, that the engagement fell apart, that he was so focused on sex and physicalness And you have this woman who's like, I just know I am built for marriage. I'm built to have kids. I'm built to be somebody's partner. These are all the things she's saying. Right?
And
they're talking two different things.
And that's a flaw of the show, because they always try to pick that opposite thing. Well, this person's going to pull this person this direction. They'll meet in the middle. And, they do that for every couple. I'm like, he should have never been on there. Like I said, the dude is toxic. He's disgusting. You don't pick somebody that trash and be like, well, we're going to pull that person, use this person to pull them out of the garbage life that they in
an 8-week time frame.
Yeah.
That don't happen that often. That be taking you, if it ever happens.
Right.
When you met Marcus, he had knives, you'll be like, Angel gonna pull him away from the knives. He got more knives now.
Right.
And
More
guns.
more guns.
He has more than he had. You ain't been pulling him nowhere.
Hey, don't use me as an analogy to
But it's the
describe
truth.
this trash ass dude.
No, we talking about the show,
excuse me.
Marcus.
God dang it, Melissa.
It's
Y'all
okay.
can't-
I leave the cursing words in this show.
Do you?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody saying nothing?
Nah.
Why would they say something? Melissa grown.
Yeah. I bleep out, but that's it.
Leave
was out the tongue so
She
nice.
can still monetize.
Exactly. I can't
If
monetize.
She, as soon as
Oh.
you put the NIGGA.
I'm gonna monetize. So it can't monetize now?
No, I'm going to
She
just
gonna
bleep
cut
that
that
out.
Yeah, that whole 15, 20
Yeah,
seconds.
that's out.
Okay.
Yeah, but
And
Lil
me saying
like
what I
us
said at
from-
the beginning.
that was so funny. He said, "Well, that's out."
Yeah, sorry.
But I get
That's
what
just
you're
how I
saying,
feel.
and I do agree. I do agree that
Like, for real.
that's the vibes that I get from.
I couldn't imagine one of my cousins or somebody in my family being with this.
Just
it would
slimy.
get physical so quick.
It absolutely would. There would have been a fight at that wedding.
God dang.
And
Go get
that
it.
was a whoa.
I
was
saw it.
good.
It was fire.
It was
What?
great, actually. Be impressed.
And is it Jacob that looks like he's the one arguing with this dude constantly in the
Yeah,
The
Eric.
pilot boy?
Eric.
Oh, it was Eric.
no,
It was Eric.
It's Eric.
It's Eric. You're right. It is Eric.
Listen, Eric was
And he-
ass.
How can you not though? Like,
But
being
Eric
around
of
that?
all the men's is.
You know, Eric just be smiling.
Listen.
Eric just
Please
Yeah.
sit back and enjoy the ride.
Eric-
Like he's so like.
No, there's gonna be some turbulence.
Yeah.
I want y'all to ball up because there's
I
finna be some
hope
furniture.
Eric
This is
swing
your
on his.
cat.
I hope Eric swing
Listen,
on
it's
him.
like Eric is
It
not
look-
letting him off the hook for
Now,
nothing.
look, I don't,
At all.
I don't imagine they let airline pilots get on there without knowing some type of form of,
Yeah.
especially this day and age. It's like, you got to know how to save some lives. So
Yeah.
At least save your own. to get
I
the
am
plane down.
here for men especially, and maybe the other men do it as well, but Eric in the clips holding this man accountable and to the fire for his trashness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because his
'Cause
daddy
often-
obviously don't.
Yeah.
Right, his daddy didn't, his pastor didn't, and it's one thing for a woman to do it because all the women are like looking at him sideways, and you can just see it. But it's a whole nother man for another man to be like, "Nah, you trash. And you need
Yeah.
to get it together."
Yes.
Because they turned Married at First Sight into making the band. It's like,
Man.
That's what
Hey.
he said. He said, "This is making the band,
It's
ain't it?"
Ness and
yeah,
Fred.
yeah. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm shutting the studio down. It's like, God dang.
Yeah, no, it was a lot. It was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch.
It was definitely
Yeah.
hard watching them because their conversation was already like very awkward when they were talking. Chris and her, even just chemistry wise, it felt like, I told Marcus, it was like back in middle school or in elementary
Oh,
school when
yeah.
you had to learn line dancing with the opposite sex, and y'all just kind of,
Especially somebody you ain't even a friend
you don't
with,
want to
like,
even make eye contact. You just like.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like already. So I was like, what is going on? None of the other couples had this. There was a little bit more like, all right, we finally met each other. Let's and then
Except
you
for-
add no, right. Then you add the whole ex conversation to it.
I
This
was
is one-
uncomfortable.
I was
like
too.
my own home. I wanted to crawl into my clothing.
That's
I want to
exactly
say
what
his
it is.
like third or fourth sentence of them meeting where he mentioned his ex. I'm like, what?
He was like, I want to
looked
keep
at
it
Melissa.
100.
Oh, that's what he kept saying.
I wanna keep
look,
on-
I want to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't nobody. I don't need you to lie, but you also don't have to bring this up
On her wedding day.
on her wedding day. He got married too, but
But it's the thing of
I saw that coming.
he got married too.
but man, we be getting married
Yeah,
too.
But
no.
Nobody
no,
ever-
but
we
I'm
go to
saying
weddings. We don't-
it might be fine for him to bring up on his wedding day, but it is also hers. That's what
Yeah.
I mean by it's on her wedding day. She's got to listen to you talk about your ex.
But the fact that she actually says something, and she like the first one or two, she was like, okay, I'll let it go. The third one, she was just like, okay, I mean,
Because
is this something I need to know?
Awkward. The other thing that I thought was awkward with them was the pictures. She was trying to look all smiley, and he was just like,
He kept looking up.
He looked like when you get your kids and you be like, the camera's over
Yeah.
here, and they're like, I look at this.
This is
thing.
him every time. This is him every time.
yes.
He
Yeah.
wasn't smiling.
He was like purposely looking.
But even his face was all
It was
over to
weird.
I was like,
He don't
what
even
are
look
you
like a
doing?
modern Mack truck. He looked like the old school ones from the 80s.
Mack truck.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, look like his face can break through some wind and
But even the people that he hung around, I didn't see on any of the other marriages the friends being like, "Oh, but your girl though."
disgusting.
Nobody else was like that. Even if they did compliment, like, "Yo, she's beautiful," there wasn't.
yeah, they
this,
may
like,
do it in the back away from the groom.
Right.
Like, hey,
But-
you see old girl though? It's like
but it wasn't like as if they were talking about a stripper who is there
Right.
for you to be aroused visually.
Right.
I'm like, this is your wife. Why are you letting these men be like, "Oh, but your girl"?
Because
So
it's a
disgusting.
difference between like
son, let me tell you, son.
compliment that you see in the
Trash.
other weddings where she's so beautiful. That feels like an appreciation. She's pretty. She's beautiful. I
Right.
like her. They felt it was very objectification.
It was like I would smash if I could.
Yes.
Yes.
Like that's like,
Yes.
hey man, she's beautiful. She's out of your league, man. You don't deserve her. Those are all fine,
Yeah.
but like my boy
that's
Yeah.
gross.
sitting on that thumper. Hey,
That's so gross.
don't say sitting on that thumper.
He said, "Are you using any contraceptives?"
Said, why would you ask her that today on her wedding day?
He's trash.
He's trash.
You talking about slapping somebody? That
Okay,
would have
you
been a
gotta
fight.
get the
They
draws
would have
too.
gotten the best TV
He's
ever.
glowing trash juice. It means it's got radioactive material in it.
Trash,
Call
Chris.
this man Alex Mack.
He did. That was good to call it Matt. Oh, I do not like him.
I don't either. And based off of what we see for the rest of the season, with him finding out on their honeymoon,
Yeah, that's exactly
that
what
he
it
has a
looked
baby
like.
on the way. That's what makes me think my girlfriend was telling the truth. That the producers more than likely knew that there was a baby coming prior to them getting married. Again, which makes me very upset that you would
It
do
doesn't
that
make
to
me upset.
somebody.
I would like it on television.
Because
Outside of it being somebody's real life, for
That's
my
the
own entertainment,
thing.
it's great.
because I hate cell phones. Not because I hate cell phones, but this is the reason I hate cell phones, because they know we talk about this stuff. So they're listening, and they put these articles up on my news feed. And it was I saw one of Pastor Cal like explaining why he's on the show. Like I didn't even bother
Why
looking
Cal's
at
on
it.
the show? Oh,
No,
why
Why
Chris is on the show?
Chris, yeah. And I'm like, ain't no explanation.
Yeah,
for that.
you can't explain
There is
this
no
away.
explanation. I didn't
Because
even-
the other thing about this, and we know this, we industry people, they cast the show long before they shoot or air.
Right.
Okay. So in that, if you got a baby on the way,
No, but this was done quick because remember, in the midst of us shooting our review show, they did a casting call for
They sure
20
did.
for
You-
for
Oh, yeah,
where
right.
they at in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
And then I heard that the weddings were just in July and August.
of this year,
Of
I mean, of
2020.
2021, of 2019,
That means these jokers they turned these out.
So maybe they didn't know. You saying they did know?
No, I'm just saying they turned them out quick.
regardless if they knew or not, they knew about him and how
Right.
bad of a person he is,
Yeah. So
and his
yeah,
daddy
no.
and his
I
friends.
think that
They all
they do
trash.
have to do a better job of making sure, like our first interaction with him on TV that long was like,
Right.
he ain't, he's toxic. This ain't good. This
Yeah,
ain't
just him
Exactly.
introducing himself. Everybody
Yeah.
was like, "Why is he here?"
He's deaf. He just feels gross. And the fact that the
I feel like I just touched the dumpster and I
That's
can't
how
wash
you
my hands
feel.
immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's like
it's
I don't
on me.
understand why he was even a candidate
Yes.
worthy of
Right.
advancing.
Exactly. You can't tell me that there were not enough black men.
Yeah. In Atlanta?
In
Yes,
Atlanta.
to audition for this show that were of better quality. That Paige is the type. All you got to do is love the Lord, and Paige was gonna make it
That's
work.
all.
I know married men that would have been a better candidate than him.
Exactly. In current marriages,
Current marriages.
okay, that would treat her better and she have a
dang.
better time.
It don't make no sense. I'm sad.
I know I am sad for her too, because I wanted better for her.
Yeah.
Like I said at the very beginning, I felt like they were setting it up for us to know that he was not going to like her attractiveness. Even Pastor Cal said that before they matched them together, which is already, when we talk about colorism, we already know that dark-skinned girls get the brunt of the whole thing.
Yep.
So you already got this very dark-skinned woman who I think is gorgeous, but you already have a man that is telling you that he has this very shallow point of view of beauty. Why set her up to not be able to feel at least pretty
Yes.
to the dude that y'all putting her with? Mind you, he's still an ass and a jerk, but at least let him think that she's pretty.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
and that has lasting effects after this.
yes.
Because she's going to see the episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that type of like rejection, like literally, of like who she is as a person, that's long lasting.
Oh my God.
And that's just an unfair position to put someone in that went in with such, a fairy tale view of going into this experiment. I'm gonna find the love of my life. I'm ready to be a wife. I'm going to give 100% to this.
Yeah.
And then she gets matched with this jerk of a fool. It's just
Jerk of a fool.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
I
That's
have
what he is.
never heard them
Disappointing.
words put together in that way.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
This jerk of a fool.
She even said in one of the previews for the later on the season, she said, "This is really testing my vows." I said, "My vows, testing my." I said, "Oh my God, she's really in this."
yeah, she is.
I'd
fact
be
that
like,
it's
"Vows?
testing them.
Who? What vows? Who said vows? I
Violated.
didn't. I didn't."
Ain't no vowel, ain't no consonant. I'm gone.
Exactly.
2 vowels.
Poor thing. So yeah, I'm really sad. We'll see how this plays out. But obviously, we don't. If Paige, I would personally DM Paige if she decided to stay with this fool on decision day.
Everybody,
Fool of a jerk?
Everybody start
Jerk of a
DMing
fool.
Paige
Jerk of a
right
fool.
now. Look up, DM her, tell her get out.
Yeah, she
Get
gotta
out.
go. She
Like
gotta
right
go.
now, do it. Go.
You find her?
On Instagram, no, I don't follow them. I do follow a spoiler account, and I did see a spoiler, but I'm not gonna say
Man,
what
these
it was.
Fans of that show,
Man,
be
people
stalking
be-
They
these
do.
people. They
They listen to me like, yeah, I seen somebody.
They're
Don't
already
tell me
did a
this.
casting call for the next season in Boston.
Really?
Yes.
Boston.
That's how it happened with us for this season. But
Yeah,
okay, we're
stay, I
done.
stay away from getting to know them further than what we see on.
Yeah,
the
you
Yeah, I like
show.
to be in the know.
Everybody
In the
else, they
face.
like, hey, I went to so and so's page, and that's how I got linked up with so and so.
Yeah.
And he said, I was like, God damn, y'all be investigating.
Yeah, they do. They
People
do
be
too.
on. They
But
be-
DM her right now, y'all. Find the stuff. Tell her get out.
All right, we got 15 minutes. So we could do
If she
Chad.
ain't.
We could do Jacob and Haley in 3.5.
Bless that awkwardness.
Weird. Awkward.
I told
We're
Kev
done.
they are a weird.
Hey, weird. Hey, weird. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Even if they're so boring, excuse me, that they purposefully did not have to add any pregnant pauses.
No.
There were no cuts. They literally, when the groomsmen were talking, I watched. They did not cut camera. They had it on a wide
It's like,
shot so that you could see this is just them.
Literally, my note says, "Are they editing in time to their scenes? They're so long and awkward."
No, they didn't. I was like, oh my gosh. This is just them.
They did loosen up, I feel like, once they sat down and had their conversation, like after the pictures. Toward the end of the episode, it was like, okay, he got a little loose, but it was rough.
At the beginning,
It was rocky
he was
and rough,
like,
boy. Yeah.
He was just standing at that altar, deadpan.
Just that look on us. Yeah, there you go, Kev. There it is.
It was weird.
I was like, cut away, cut away. It's make me itchy.
It is. And Haley, poor thing, was trying to like be funny. They said something about a cat or a dog, something. And everyone kind of laughed. And it was like he didn't hear anything. He didn't see anything. His soul left his body.
He looked like somebody that has like a handler. That's like how he was acting. Like, come on, it's okay. Come on, it's fine. I was
him
just
and Henry at the same facility.
Bruh. He was like, I feel seen.
I know.
He went over to her homegirls and was like, okay, I know you have questions for me. Lay it on me. Yes, I like
What
a
is
dog.
this Napoleon Dynamite voice?
That's how he was. He wasn't making eye contact
okay.
either.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to take. Maybe the honeymoon, they'll get a chance to like.
Although they're just
loosen
going to
up.
Vegas.
Are they?
I read that it was just in Vegas. It makes sense where they gonna go. It's a panorama.
Yeah, it is. yeah.
They can't go to Cabo San Lucas, Baja
No,
California.
they
Star?
gotta go to. No, we close.
Oh, they shot this back.
California is blue. They got to go to a red state.
No,
Nevada is red.
Yeah,
oh
it
yeah,
is.
that was the mayor who was like,
Yes.
They said, "Man, what about the casino?" She said, "Getting sick ain't my problem."
She did.
Ain't my problem. Yeah, so I'm hoping that they will have some, because he has to have a goofy side to him. I know he's a nerd.
He's all, the thing. He only lights up when it's about the 80s.
That's weird.
I bet you when I Love the 80s came on
And
VH1,
then his
he was like,
obsession
"Oh,
with
I'm finna jack off."
noses.
He did say I want a big nose.
I mean, he's got a weird nose. He's got a Gonzo? What's his name?
Oh.
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a Gonzo nose.
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice that he likes it. He should like his own face. But yeah, he's like, I want a big nose. I was like, wow.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Like repeatedly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big nose me.
But,
I
mean, them kids' noses.
I could tell she's
If she
ready
had a
to
big nose.
sprint up out of there.
Yeah.
She is ready to
She's
sprint.
ready to roll.
She's
They're
like,
gonna
I
stay
don't,
together though. They're gonna.
I don't know.
They
about
are.
that. I
He
don't-
just awkward like at the beginning.
if he
feel.
doesn't like, that sounded like it was about to go down. If he doesn't loosen up, she gonna run for the hills.
Because it's only it's been a few minutes. He gonna
It
listen
is-
There was some long minutes.
But it was long and it was
They were very long.
awkward. It was just weird.
It was very weird. But let me tell you what made my day was the one little small segment they showed of what is their name? The other black couple, the Dominican and the
Vince and
Brianna. She was like, her friend was like, so you gonna take his name? She was like, mm-hmm. She said, you gonna do Miles Morales? She was like, no, just Morales. She said that changed real quick. She was like, yeah, it did. It did. They still at the reception, and she like, yeah,
Yeah.
now
I
this
like
is gonna work
him.
out.
That's Spider-Man right there.
Yeah,
Miles
Miles
Morales.
Morales,
like
that's
it.
exactly what I thought too.
It is Miles
She
Morales.
said bald head check, beard check.
I was
love
like,
black women that
so,
get together.
so is that why you did? I'm like,
I surely
yes,
did.
that's exactly why.
After that
Angel.
part, I said, so is that why you shaved your head bald? Because women out here
Yeah,
checking
because
for
I know
bald
exactly
heads.
what women are checking for.
I said, that's why
Girl,
you grew
my
out your
hairline
beard.
atrocious.
Yours.
I fought mine tooth and nail. Somebody said I like Megamind, not Megamind. What's the little dude from when we were a kid? He was a little blue guy. No.
No, him too.
He had it start with an M. He used to Mega something. Mega Man. They said
I do know Mega Man.
No, my hairline looked like jack-o'-lantern teeth.
He said it was cursive. His
That's
hairline was
stupid.
cursive.
Awful. City skylines just.
City Skyline.
Yeah.
Cause
Is
it
that
gets-
Chicago? I don't know. That's Marcus said. Looks similar.
All right, that's all I got. Do
That's
we
all I
want to
got
add
too.
anything on any of the other couples? Brianna and Vincent, we talked about. Virginia and Eric,
No.
no.
She still got her mouth open.
Listen, Eric gonna have himself a real good time.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
gonna get
thoroughly
old.
convinced he gonna have a good time.
He gonna
Clara
get
and
tired.
Ryan,
Nah.
yeah,
The
Oh,
mixed boy
yeah.
and the white girl.
yeah. I ain't had nothing.
She
to do.
complains a lot.
That's it. I ain't got nothing about them.
Yeah. All right. Listen, the bulk of this episode was
boy
where it
and
needed to
white
be.
Exactly.
All right. Until the
Yeah.
next episode.
Bye.
Y'all was
Y'all
all
go,
on
fam.
episode 2 and episode 1, giving us your comments. Leave them on this episode.
This
okay.
one.
This one right
This,
here.
yes, child.
Put it down there.
All right.
Oh, there was any
Bye.
comments about the current episode?
Yes.
Earlier?
child. When are y'all going live?
Listen.
We need to talk about Chris.
Soon as I went live yesterday on Instagram, Angel though. When is it happening? I was like, we going to film it
Yeah,
on
they be
Saturday.
getting me like, y'all know that's not my show. That's Melissa. I don't know why. Tell Melissa that.
We need it ASAPually.
Actually.